Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon, the CEO of Cassiopeia. It's a pleasure to be here. And we're using Cassiopeia's technology to empower remote managers. As you can notice, the COVID-19 has accelerated the shift to remote work. More than 54% of businesses will have remote workforce next year. Actually, for tech companies, this number is much higher. And I'm a remote worker myself, right? Remote work has amazing benefits, but it also creates workplace experience gap, new challenges both for employees and managers. For employees, you can see that here, more than 66% of remote employees experience difficulties with loneliness, work-life balance, collaboration, communication, or just staying motivated. While for managers, more than 77% of managers indicate it's harder for them to lead their team remotely. As a manager, being distant from your team means you're working with a smaller data set. Lacking the insights you used to have while working at the office, how people engage in the hallways, what team members are just drinking coffee together. This is exactly the reason why it's harder for you to see the team interactions and dynamic and spot issues in a timely manner. Cassiopeia minimize the virtual workplace experience gap. We empower managers with the insights they need to improve collaboration, belonging, and mental health within remote teams. So how we do that? Pretty simple. We analyze communication patterns. So data from Zoom, email, Slack, calendar, whatever the company is using, and then providing weekly email reports with the most relevant insights for managers for this week. We are analyzing just communication patterns. Cassiopeia does not analyze any text, really important to mention. And I want to share with you a few of the insights that we are using these days to empower remote managers. So the first one here is about new employees. And I don't know if you had the opportunity to hire new employees lately, but onboarding new employees is extremely challenging, especially remotely. And as you can see here, just one of the insights that we are providing for onboarding new employees. You can see some insights about how new employees are engaging and connecting to their teammates, really helpful for companies these days. Work overload and work-life balance. So there's a lot of insights about increasing work overload and decreasing work overload if people are working more over weekends or nighttime, just to help managers to avoid burnout. Workday balance, for sure. You will hear it a lot in this conference. I am sure of that. How we can actually optimize our schedule and the team workday. Definitely, we will talk a lot about these issues in this conference. We also help in that space for managers. We are providing insights about to better design the workday for teams. So here you can see an example, just an increase, just highlighting the increase in meeting time for certain teams. And lastly, communication. We all communicate online these days. How we can optimize our communication, what kind of channels we need to use, what time is the best time for us for more engagement. So this is just an example of the communication insights that Cassiopeia is providing. Cassiopeia operates in a very interesting market as all our communication shifted to online and managers needs more insights to better navigate the workplace experience these days. There is just new and prominent opportunities for insight solutions that are designed for managers. And this is exactly what we're doing. We are in a very interesting time and space, and we have the pleasure to work with inspiring leaders these days. And lastly, where can you find us, right? So you can definitely find our advisors. We are working with the leading advisors in the space of remote work, organizational development, and people analytics, just to make sure we are providing the most actionable and best insights for managers these days. We are backed by Techstars, Google for Startup, and we're announced as one of the most promising startups at Web Summit last year. Our customers are mainly tech companies, located in the UK, US, and Israel. And you can probably hear us talk a lot about how to empower leaders with the data they need to lead remote teams. We're very passionate about this topic. You can find us in local and international business magazines and leading conferences, just talking about it, and from our experience. I'm Shiran, the CEO of Cassiopeia. Thank you for listening. And if you also want to help managers to lead great teams and create successful organizations, please feel free to reach out to us and let's do it together. Thank you.